There was no trouble for us to see it.
She arose in the air and was plainly visible in the light caused by the blowing up of the boilers.
We could see everything that was happening, for as the vessel sank, millions and millions of sparks flew up and lit everything around us.
For a moment the sky was lighted up with black masses thrown up.
An effulgence glowed like a halo over the ship and around it.
The ship seemed to be surrounded with a glare and stood out of the night as though she were on fire.
The sky was just thick with stars. I never saw so many stars in my life as there were that night. The water itself glittered blue with their glow.
The climatic conditions were extraordinary. The night was one of the most beautiful I have ever seen.
And a heaven full of such stars as only an Arctic cold can produce. They actually lighted the atmosphere.
You have seen beautifully clear winter nights when you went skating, and it seemed just like day. It was just such a night. You could have played a game of football.
The big boat could be plainly seen.
I noticed by the increase of light that I was drawing near to the surface, though it was not daylight. The clear, star-lit night made a noticeable difference in the degree of light immediately below the surface of the water. There seemed to be a tremble run through the whole of the ship, and the next thing we heard were loud reports inside. A violent explosion suddenly shook the entire boat.
We heard a terrible explosion, and as all of you know, the Titanic had 4 funnels, and when we heard this explosion, the Titanic broke in half.
The 2 forward funnels seemed to lean, and then she seemed to break in half, as if cut with a knife.
We saw the forepart of the ship break away, up to the foremost funnel. The second funnel broke off and killed a number of men in its fall.
Then I saw that everyone had been swept into the forecastle head. I saved myself by clinging onto the davit winch. I looked down the forecastle and saw the most horrible, heart-rending scenes I have ever witnessed. There were women and children and firemen and stewards all fighting, praying, shrieking for help in their death struggles.
Can you say in relation to the forefunnel, at what point the ship broke off?
About the second funnel from forward, between the first and second funnel from forward.
A bit later, the for'ard funnel guys carried away, and the funnel, weighing perhaps 50 or 60 tons, fell down with a crash on the water. It missed the raft and some of us hanging onto it, by inches. There were a good many it didn't miss. Next thing I remember, I was still hanging on to a bit of rope attached to the raft, but some 30 or 40 yards away from the ship. The wash of the falling funnel had evidently picked us up, raft and all, and flung us clear of the ship altogether.
The ship had turned around while I was under the water,
the ship pivoting and moving in an almost perpendicular position. The ship then corkscrewed around so that the propeller, rudder, and all seemed to go right over the heads of us on the upturned boat. She was pivoting on a point just abaft of midship. We were gradually being sucked in towards the great pivoting mass.
The stern lifted higher and higher into the air, then pivoted and swung slowly over my head. She described just about a semicircle.
She tilted slowly up, revolving, apparently about a center of gravity just astern of amidships.
And we rowed away from the ship as fast as we could, because one has to do that, because I believe the suction when a vessel goes down is absolutely enormous. And we rowed away, and I didn't close my eyes at all. I saw that ship sink. And I saw that ship break in half. And for so many years, people have argued with me about that. But now at last, it has been proven beyond all doubt that she did break in half. I know she did, I saw her. And I saw that ship break in half. stern of that ship stood up in the water for quite a long time, or it seemed a long time to me, and then keeled over.
She uprighted herself for about 5 minutes, and then tipped over and disappeared.
Did it go on the side?
No, sir. Went down head foremost.